With half a century's trials and tribulations, Nanyang is rising up a new chapter. With every step forward with power, every innovation opening up the future, Nanyang has been making out the most powerful voice of building China's first brand of precision welding pipe equipment. Large pattern, inheritance, and accumulation. The tide riders serve the currents. The flags they hold up never get wet. Jiangsu Nanyang Machinery Manufacturing Company Limited, founded in 1971, is machinery manufacturing enterprise integrating design, production, and sales. The company has been committed to the development and research of high-frequency welded pipe machine, stainless steel precision welded pipe machine, high-precision steel plastic, stainless steel composite welded pipe machine, high-speed roller production lines of plastic profile. Nanyang has grown into a leading brand of precision welding equipment in China. As a national high-tech enterprise, the brand Nanyang has been appraised as a well-known trademark in Jiangsu province. The company has successfully passed the ISO 9001-2008 Quality System Certification and CE Safety System Certification, and has been appraised as AAA Contract Abiding and Trustworthy Enterprise and Quality Integrity AAA Enterprise for many years, and passed the National Merit Management System certification. This series of honors also reflect the remarkable journey of Nanyang people. Great wisdom. Innovation. Innovation is the source of corporate wisdom. Nanyang has always been oriented by technological development and integrated innovative wisdom into the development of the enterprise. In Nanyang, we not only have an expert team of high-level talents, but also have established Precision CNC Roll Bending Forming Mechanical Engineering Technology Research Center of Jiangsu Province and the first-class Product Technology Design Center of China. We also have the professional technology platform support of many universities and research institutes in China, including Nanyang University of Science and Technology and Shenyang Ligong University. The process of innovation is arduous, but the results are exciting. The GW type CNC complex profile rolling automatic production line and the ZG type thin wall rectangular welded pipe set, independently developed by the company, were enrolled in the National Torch Program project by the Ministry of Science and Technology, and the F20C NC Code Counting Flying Saw project is enrolled in the Technology Innovation Fund project by the Ministry of Science and Technology. Great responsibility. Persistence on quality. Quality comes from the respect for details. Nanyang people inherit the craftsman's spirit of the big country and show the powerful production strength of the enterprise with the spirit of striving for perfection and the rigorous and pragmatic style. At present, the company has 3 major management system certifications of quality, environment, and occupational health and safety, and has a large number of domestic and foreign advanced equipment and testing equipment such as Herco Vertical Machining Center, Skoda Landing Boring and Milling Machine from Czech Republic, Large Gantry Machining Center of Taiwan Willy, Numerical Control Car of Victor Taichung, Trilinear Coordinates Measuring Instruments, etc., and achieves the annual output of more than 500 machines. Its perfect quality system, excellent and advanced equipment, and high-quality staff could greatly satisfy the customer's need. The company strictly implements ISO 900-2008 Quality Management System, CE Safety System, and ISO 140,000 Management System, establishes ERP Management Network and Scientific Operation Progress, all of which guarantees the optimization of product quality. great confidence, reliance on perfection. Both the great creation in the changing age and the commitment to the heart during the development come from the tolerance attitude. Powerful progress, resolute mind, and unyielding spirit. 50 years hard work and 50 years progress. The brilliant chapter takes inherence and great leap. Nanyang is fully equipped with lofty sentiments and aspirations. The leading Nanyang people are progressing persistently toward the goal of building China's first brand of precision welding pipe equipment.
ZG60 enlarged type high-strength steel high-precision welded tube mill line for automobile consists of double-side hydraulic uncoiling, shearing and butt welding, horizontal accumulator, forming and welding machine, cooling tank, sizing machine, cold cutting saw, run-out table and automatic packing.
Double-side hydraulic uncoiling is to lift the raw material strip by crane and hang it on the spare disc. The hydraulic oil cylinder pull the strip back. The connecting rod expand the supporting plate outward to tighten the strip, then fix the strip with baffle outside the supporting plate. After using up the working side strip, the hydraulic motor drives the ring gear to rotate 180 degrees. The other side strip rotate to working side for the next continuous work. All the above operation can be finished by remote control. When rotate in place, cylinder lift and fall to locate. The main function of the shearing and butt welding machine is to shear the front and rear of steel strip. After the alignment, welding with automatic argon arc welding machine and enter the next process. The device can be moved forward and backward by the cylinder without affecting the pass of the steel strip when not working. Horizontal accumulator is to carry the steel strip through the feeding device. Store a certain amount of steel strip in the rotation table. The feeding device and rotation table cooperate to send the steel strip into the rotation cage and stop feeding when reach a certain circle. In this process, steel strip will change from horizontality to verticality by mobile rack. Then the main motor provide power to pull out the steel strip via outputting device. Steel strip will return to horizontality. Forming machine is used to turn the flat steel strip to the shape of round by horizontal roll stands and vertical roll stands. The guiding device is used to adjust the position of the welding seam before welding, has the functions of up and down, front and back, and rotate three-dimensional adjustment. Then the high-frequency induction welding machine heat the open area to melt. The extrude device connect the open area. Afterwards, the scraper device remove burrs off the welding seam. This roughly formed pipe can go on next step smoothly. The waste filament winding device is used to collect the waste filaments by planer. The device can expand to collect the planed waste filaments, then shrink to take out the waste quickly. The cooling tank is used to cool the welded pipe blank to the same temperature as the base material, so that the finished tube will not deform after being placed for a long time. The sizing machine is used to shape welding tube after roughly forming to achieve an ideal geometric size. It can change round pipe to square or rectangle by means of changing molds. The tail section installed 2 sets of straightening device for straightening online. Cold cutting saw is to track online and clamp to cut the pipe to the fixed length. It tracks with servo motor. Feedback the speed to motion control center with speed testing device. The motion controller makes a series actions like acceleration tracking, synchronous motion, hydraulic clamping, cutting feeding, cutting return, car return, etc. Car moves and cutting feeding is controlled by servo motor. Run-out table is to separate the cutting tube to different material frames as per the quality. It drives with AC motor, adjusts speed with converter, and allocates by AC motor and reducer. Distinguished positive pipe in the cooperate of cold cutting saw and online testing equipment. The auto packing machine transfers the positive tube by power chain, then count and analysis to put a certain quantity of tube into the material frame layer by layer. After that, cylinder moves to put tubes together for human to bind and tight. The chain convey device moves the whole bulk of tube out of material frame. The crane will finally transfer it to the area to put the finished pipe. National High-Tech Enterprise, Jiangsu Nanyang Machinery Manufacturing Company Limited, professional in R&D and produce profile production line, weld pipe roll forming machine, specialize in designing and manufacturing various types of HF welded pipeline, stainless steel precision welded pipeline, high precision steel plastic and stainless steel composite welded pipeline, and complex sharped cold roll forming machine. The company has its own technology R&D team, large-scale, high-end processing equipment, automatic CNC machining equipment, modernized testing equipment, show great advantages on equipment design, manufacturing, quality testing, all aspects. Horizontal roll stand processing. Firstly, the billet steel will forge and normalize. Then turn to milling machine, roughly process the shape and thickness. Secondly, use large surface grinding machine to grind the base surface. Thirdly, use middle wire cutting machine to rough cut and fine cut the square groove to size. Fourthly, use gantry machine center to fine finishing the thickness, up and down side and the bottom location slot. Finally, use CNC drilling machine to process the fixed hole. Vertical roll stand processing. First, use normal milling machine to rough process each part of the billet steel. Then use vertical machine center to finish processing upside and the sliding chute. Finally, use CNC drilling machine to finish the threaded hole and location hole. Gearbox processing. After welding the steel sheet, the blank will be annealed by annealing furnace. First, use the end surface milling machine to process the shape. Then use the CNC grinding machine to grind the down-based surface. Third, use CNC boring machine to process the hole and milling the end surface. Finally, use CNC drilling machine to process the fixed hole. Main machine body processing. First, the sheet material will be cut to size by plasma automatic cutter, then welded by carbon dioxide gas shielded welder. Use mechanical hand weld the aside water groove automatically. Annealing in the annealing furnace. Use shot blasting machine to clean the sand. Finally, use the ground boring and milling machine rough milling and finish milling the upside, milling the two-side location groove, point welding, drill hole, and tapping for the fixed hole of the horizontal stands, vertical stands, and the gearbox. After processing, the flatness reaches 0.05 millimeters. Horizontal roll shaft processing. First, use normalizing furnace for bar stock to go through quenching and tempering. Then use CNC lather machine to semi-finishing each part size. Use vertical machine center to process key groove. High-frequency quenching. Then use grind machine to grind the X circle. Roller processing. The blank will turn to normalizing furnace after forging. Second, the CNC lathe machine will rough processing the mold's cavity and turn to vacuum furnace for quenching treatment. Then use CNC lathe machine to finishing process the internal hull, end surface, and the mold's cavity. Finally process the key groove by wire cutting machine. Stamp different marks in the surface of roller. Raw material incoming inspection. First inspect the size of bar and sheet. Then use detector equipment to inspect the internal defect. Finally, use physical and chemical analysis to test the material composition. Parts processing inspection. After inspection in finishing processing workshop. Spot check the finishing products from the machine. Send to general inspection room for a second inspection. Finally, use three-dimensional coordinate detector inspect the key parts. Assembly process and outgoing inspection. After parts assembly inspection, the machine will send to general assembly for the finished product inspection before delivery.